I think all my opinions are right and
Oh,
all
God.
yours are wrong.
Hey, let's podcast already.
Shit. I'm Javi Luna, husband, father, and stand-up comedian. I've been fortunate enough to spend over a decade traveling the country, making audiences laugh. But my favorite audience is the one right here at home in Corpus Christi, Texas. My wife and co-host, Jen. Once a week, we sit down and have a chat. There's other podcasts like this, but this one's mine, and that makes it original. No time to waste. Welcome out to the original Gordito podcast episode, 132. We lost track at some point. It's our third one back.
Yay!
We're slipping back into it. You know, we're just getting warmed up, baby.
I agree.
You know?
Yes.
We're getting the mode. By the way, those listeners, the ones that have just came on, we used to do on the first incarnation of this show, we used to do a vinyl vibe. That's why I never went on YouTube, because I always used to start off playing. I used to hook up my turntable into this system here, and I would start off every episode with a new song. But that limited us because of copyright and all that stuff. So you can't hear it. But tonight we're vibing to this Fats Domino record. You know, very very few fat role models.
I was not expecting you to say
Biggie.
that.
I wore my Biggie shirt this weekend.
You did.
I actually got two Biggie shirts.
Nice.
I somehow ended up with two Biggie shirts now. Like, I don't want people thinking like I'm a huge
I'm
a Biggie fan. I'm not but I'm not like obsessed. So but one was from last year, so I'll phase it out. I'd like to switch my show shirt, and of course Fats Domino.
I was jamming to that, man. I was really vibing that tonight.
He is a whole vibe, man. I listened to him one time almost like nonstop from here to Kansas City. Because I put on Kansas City, the song. That's our new dog, by the way. We'll get to her in a second.
She's a mess.
She's itching for her podcast debut.
Exactly.
Like, apparently, she's like, "What the heck is going on?
All the
what
lights.
did I get myself into? Why do these people got camera lights in the living room all of a sudden?" And I one time, whenever I go on a road trip, I like to pick a theme.
Yeah.
For the road trip.
Sure.
You know, if I'm going to a city and I know of a song that really I feel either has the name of that in it,
that makes sense.
If it just for some reason reminds me of that, like I think like going out to Vegas, like you gotta listen to some Elvis, right?
Sure, absolutely.
You know, you gotta listen to some Wayne Newton,
of course.
You know, you gotta listen to some Sinatra.
Yes.
You know all the crooners. You know
who's the guy? Sammy Davis Jr.
Some Sammy Davis.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Did I tell you? Well, you know, I don't know if the podcast listeners know this.
What?
But this past year, while we were on hiatus, I got to go to Vegas and open up.
Oh yeah.
For Eddie Griffin. I think this was maybe even. I think the podcast was still running when that happened. He came through Corpus. I got to open up for him here in Corpus, and he was very complimentary to me at that show in Corpus.
Yes, he was.
And then he invited me out to go open for him
in
Vegas. And then it kind of became a back and forth between me and his manager. Not back and forth, but okay, when is this gonna happen? Was this a legitimate invitation? Sometimes guys just say things like that, but the way he offered it to me made me think that it made me comfortable in being a little more aggressive with getting that booked. So it took almost a year before the manager finally hit me up and was like, "Hey, can you open for him this Monday through Wednesday in Vegas?" And I went out there, and the theater which he performs in, he has a residency at the Sahara Casino in Vegas, and he performs every Monday through Wednesday, and in the same theater where the Rat Pack used to perform. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so I was on the same stage as Sammy and Dean.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Wow. Well, tell me about that experience. Yeah.
Hey, Vegas hobbies.
Oh gosh, there's a Vegas hobby.
Vegas hobby, baby.
Oh no.
Vegas hobbies different, man. Like, cause I got to live. Cállate tú. You were there 3 nights.
But you lived those 3 nights.
Yeah, you know what? But the thing is, like, I wasn't there to sightsee or party or to do any of that. I didn't have the funds. I mean, I got paid to go out there. Obviously, I got paid well, but I wanted to bring that back with me. I wasn't good. I wasn't trying to like go out and like do too much. I did do a little gambling. It got to me. And luckily I won.
You couldn't resist.
Luckily I won. You know,
because you're not a big gambler.
I'm not yeah, here and there.
Yeah.
I don't gamble big. I like to gamble, but I don't like risking high amounts.
Unnecessarily, maybe.
Unnecessary amounts of money. No.
Right. I get that.
No. I definitely know when to stop and I bet within my limits. Mm-hmm. You know, but no, being there. So I was spending a lot of time in the hotel. I kept eating at the same little eateries there in the hotel. Like I got to know the staff a little bit. Like because I would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. You know, I would do the show every night, and you know I'd stop at the deli counter there and get me a little sandwich before I go back up.
Yeah,
you know, it was a thing.
Yeah,
you know, so I felt like after a while, it's like I got into, even just in those 3 days, I got like in a little groove, a little routine. Yeah. And it was great. It was a good experience. I posted on my social media, so some of y'all rehearing this story. Of course, I was nervous going out there. Eddie Griffin's a freaking legend.
I mean, who wouldn't be nervous?
And I don't get nervous on stage. Let me preface this story with that. I don't. People ask me all the time, do you get nervous? Never. Almost never. I could count the shows that have made me nervous on my hand, on one hand. Yeah. Wow. 2,000 people.
Doesn't affect
contest, recording. None of that phases me. This phases me. Because I went out there knowing that he thought highly of me when he saw me here in Corpus. Right. All right. To quote him, when I met him here in Corpus, I went to go meet him in the green room. He stood up from his couch and he walks over to me and goes, "Hey man, you're the truth." He goes, "You're the truth. Richard Pryor told me I'm the truth, and I'm telling you, you're the truth. Do that what you will with it." And then that's heavy. Yeah, that's a heavy compliment. That's not you know. You can't take that lightly. That's not a "hey man, good set." Right. You know what I'm saying? Which is the standard compliment for comedians. Especially someone of that caliber. Right. Yeah. So like I said, so I think part of that, you know, I definitely wanted to go out there and show out and and show them what I could to do, you know, even more. And the first night did not go as planned. It was a very hard audience. It was a big old theater, which I'm not unfamiliar with, right? But it was still different. It was a Vegas theater. The audience was like super touristy, like from all, you know, you think Vegas, people are there from all over the world, from all walks of life. And they told me, even when I pulled up Monday night, they were like, "This isn't his crowd. Like this is a little different." It was a weird weekend. Like it was a little lighter than normal. They're like later in the week, his fans start showing up. Monday in Vegas is kind of, it's a transition, right? The people that were there the weekend are leaving. Sure. The people for the next week are coming in, trickling in slowly by slowly. So Monday was a slow start. And he was good with that. He was all like, "Hey man, like don't worry about it." He goes, "You did better than a lot of guys their first night out here. It's different." He goes, "I'll see you tomorrow." Well, cool, man. So next night, man, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit it, man. To say, and by the way, none of these were bombs. I told the story, I guess, a certain way on social media, and I've talked to people afterwards. They're like, "Man, I heard you bombed out there." It's like, no, wait. Hold on.
Let me set the record straight.
I didn't bomb.
Okay.
Even on Monday night, which was my worst night, I didn't bomb.
Okay.
Tuesday night, I didn't bomb. I got more laughs consistently. I had to work though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is I don't have to do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's usually I can read. I'm very good at reading a room.
Sure.
So normally I'm able to go up there and I can figure out who I got in front of me and what they're gonna laugh at, what they're not gonna laugh at,
Mm-hmm.
and go from there. Tuesday night did a little better, a little more comfortable, right? I tried to get out of my head a little bit. Still wasn't up to what he had seen me do here in Corpus, right? Which was murder. Granted, it's my hometown crowd,
Sure,
right? Can't nobody rock Corpus like I can rock Corpus.
Absolutely.
It's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Hey man, what happened? What happened to Texas? What happened to what I saw
that guy
there? Where are those jokes?" I go, "I did some of those jokes tonight." He goes, "Man, maybe just some more energy or something." Like he goes, "You got to do something. Like I need a little." He goes, "I need more out of you." And he's very honest, not in a rude kind of way. This is not me disparaging,
like constructive criticism.
It was just like, hey, I brought you out here because I saw something, and can I see a little bit more
of that. Yeah,
and
makes sense.
So Tuesday night, that was Tuesday night. I got out of my head a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I went and there were some Corpus comics, just out of sheer coincidence.
Oh wow!
They were out there doing open mics. They like to take trips out there, and they do little showcases and open mics, and kind of network with some of the local comics out there. And I had met up with one of them for lunch that day. I called her up and I said, "Hey, are you still going to that open mic you were telling me about?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm heading over there in a minute." And I was like, "Well, do you mind if I go with you?" Okay, let me backtrack this. All right, I'm not used to not doing well.
Right.
So but as I've been in the game for so long, I deal with it a lot better. Before, a rough set or a bad set would have me in a bad mood till the next day. I'm not like that anymore. What helped this particular, after I had gotten my talking to of, hey, I need more out of you, and I was a little confusing, I'll be honest with you, because I thought I had done much better.
Right.
The manager thought I had done much better. He didn't think.
So you're like,
Eddie didn't think so. So I was a little confused, right? As I was walking back through the casino, back to my room, I was going to go get my sandwich and go back up to the room. People started stopping me and telling me, "Hey, man, you did really good." And we don't have no idea why he kind of like roasted me a little bit on stage. Like, "Oh, I don't know what happened to that." And we're like, he was funny in Texas. Like, kind of to get the crowd going, because I guess I didn't bring him up to the level where he likes going up to, right? Which is your job as an opener. So as people were like kind of like stopping me and giving me props, like, "Oh man, you did great. We're from Dallas. Where else can we go see you?" I was like, okay, I'm not as far off the mark, right? So I kind of got in my like, you know what? Fuck this, man. I'm still the guy that fucking flew out here. I'm still that Texas. I'm still that dude, right? And so I called her up. I said, "Hey man, do you mind if I go to this open mic with you?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm in the Uber right now. Tell the Uber to grab you." We rode out there together. Ran into Adam Dominguez, who I've known forever from comic out from El Paso, that lives out there now. Irma Ruiz from San Antonio was out there, so I got some familiarity around me. I got a little bit of piece of home around me.
I could see that.
It was this really, it was an open mic. What can I say? Open mics. Open mic comedy really attracts people from all walks of life and all levels of mental illness.
Oh God! I'm nervous.
I'm being honest. I'm being very honest. Okay. In fact, the comic Anna, who I wrote out there with, she had a gentleman with her that week, and he's a non-comic, and so I could tell he was kind of like looking around. I was like, yeah, man, you got to think of open mic comedy like a hospital waiting room, like an emergency room. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever gone to the emergency room at 2 a.m.?
Yes.
It's a very colorful
Atmosphere,
yes, right?
To say the least.
And just like in an ER, there's people that are there because they should be there.
Oh, God.
And there's people that are there because they got other issues going on. All right?
Oh, God.
I don't know. That's the nicest way that I know how to say that. Okay? Comedy attracts mentally ill people. I hope that doesn't, because anybody can do it.
Sure.
We don't tell anybody no.
No, everyone's welcome.
Especially at the open mic level. It's go up. I mean, unless you do something to get yourself banned from a particular venue, right? But you gotta. I mean, I've only known a couple people that are able to get themselves banned from multiple venues. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work.
That's a special person, I think.
To get yourself banned from multiple episodes for sure, multiple venues, establishments. So I wasn't gonna go up. I was literally just going just to kind of get out of my head a little bit, and I was like, you know what? I'll go up.
Sure.
I'll go up. I was like, I'll go riff a little bit, whatever. Had fun doing comedy. Kind of reminded myself of what I can do, and this wasn't my audience either. Like it's not, because I was like, man, am I just funny in Texas? But I know that's not true. No. But you start second guessing yourself, right? So it was good to get that reminder. Las Vegas is a weed friendly state, so I was able to partake out there. Had me a little edible. Got driven back to the casino, and on the way back in, I had won a little bit of money that day.
Just a little bit of money,
and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good. Just had a good set. Fuck it. Hey, tomorrow's my last night here. I might do well. I might not. Either way, I already got paid for the week, and I'm going home happy, right? Fuck it. Let me throw a little something. The first machine I walked into, as soon as I walked in the door, let me throw a little something in there. Hey, you know what?
What?
If that wasn't a sign,
tell him.
I hit for 8 bills. I hit for eight bills, which is good for money. I threw in 100. I walked away with 8.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
I
was like, you know what? Let me stop. I'm not a gambler.
See, now that's willpower, because my ass wouldn't stop.
I'm not a gambler. I had already won 400 that day. Shit. Tax man, don't be listening.
Oh, man, I wouldn't have stopped.
Put your ears off. So I went and cashed out. I'm walking back through the maze there to get to my room. I had already cashed out.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I risked 100.
Sure.
Let me go ahead and put that 100 back into the machine. If nothing, oh well. It was the 100 I was willing to lose in the first place anyway, right?
Exactly.
And then I'll go up to my room and go to sleep. Wouldn't you know, motherfucker hit for another 900? I said, God damn it!
If this ain't my night.
When I tell you that I went out to that show Wednesday night with the biggest fuck you attitude.
I bet.
And Eddie Griffin's son does the announcements from the back of the room, what we call Voice of God, which is an before anyone's on stage, then someone gets on from the back of the room, gives the rundown of the show, turn your cell phones off, yada yada yada. Here's the host, so and so. Now, this is to his credit. He was trying to help me out and build me up before coming on stage. Man, this guy opens up for Eddie all over. Lie. One of the funniest cats we've ever had on this stage. Lie. Everyone, give it up for... Hey, what's his name?
That is so embarrassing.
When I tell you, I walked on that stage with the swagger of Sammy Davis Jr. I said, hey man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was like, and I told him on stage, I was like, I don't know why you're out here lying to these people. And the crowd went, ah! I'm like, why are you lying? Oh, I'm so funny. You can't remember my fucking name.
I mean, true.
And after that, for 15 minutes, I got to talk to Eddie after the show that night. He goes, you did the damn thing. And we'll be seeing each other again.
Nice.
When that'll be, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Right? When that'll be, who knows? You know?
But that feeling, though, tell me that feeling from first night to third night.
It's great. It was great. It was a reminder that sometimes it's real easy to get our confidence shaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you've been doing something long enough, when you've put in the work, you gotta just trust. Get out of your own head and trust that you know what you're doing.
Persevere.
Right? Yeah, persevere.
Nice.
You know.
Dope, babe.
Yeah. That wasn't on the list for tonight.
Shut up.
I went from Vegas to I was in Bastrop, Texas this weekend.
Yeah, you were.
Great show. That's one of the clubs that has been consistently headlining me over the last year. Probably the first club to consistently headline me. I got clubs that headline me and put me up here and there, and when they have someone fall out. But this particular room has been bringing me out every 6 months. This is my third time there. It sells out every time. That's not me. That's them. I mean, slowly but surely it's becoming me, you know, but because I've been there so much, but you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Had an awesome time. Had some podcast listener from Chingo's podcast, the What Did He Said podcast. Shout out to Jerry Carrillo. Came out. He said he had seen me on Chingo's stuff. And he decided, he saw that I was coming to his area and decided to come on out and checked it out.
Nice.
Enjoyed the show, he said. And then another guy saw the ad and looked me up online and was already a fan before he even came to the show. He said, loved my stuff. Bought me a beer there at the show. Bought me a shot at Chili's afterwards. I went to Chili's with the Bastrop Mafia, which is a group of brothers. These little like thugged out Mexican dudes. They come out to all the comedy shows there. Okay. And they just love comedy. They're like these four brothers. One of them is like a roofer. I don't know what the other ones do. And they're just these Mexican dudes living in white ass Bastrop. And no, they don't do comedy.
No, I said dig.
Yeah, they dig comedy. And they were cool, and they were like, I've met them of course 3 times now. They come out and he was like, they're like, man, do you want to go eat something? Let's go eat at Chili's or whatever. And so I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead. I usually don't do that, but 2 out of 3 times I've gone out to eat with people there for some reason. It's just something I feel.
Bastrop.
Something safe about that community. They're good to me. And so that couple, Adon and Patricia, were out there at Chili's also.
Hi,
and while we were there, they sent a shot over to the table.
Nice.
Which confused the hell out of that waitress, like why this man was sending me a shot from across the room. So she walks up, she goes, that man over there sent you this? I was like, well, yeah, of course.
You did.
Check your tone, Becky. Hot shit over here.
You're like, of course he did.
Of course he did. No, so Doug Bastrop, look forward to going back out there in another 6 months, man.
Nice. And very cool.
We as you heard, we got a new dog. A puppy. Yes. A puppy. 5-month-old Australian Kelpie.
And she's so
sweet. Named Sadie Valentine.
Sadie Valentine.
She has. I'll put up a picture of her here on the screen.
Little
For those
heart.
of y'all that watch can see. She's got the little heart
on her side.
there. Yeah,
she's
cute.
So cute.
It's adorbs.
Yes.
It's cray adorbs.
Oh God.
No, she's beautiful. We're all in love with her. She's a puppy. She's
5 months old.
Traviesa, so, and getting
into everything, eating
into
everything.
But we're
so spam me with all of your tips and
if you
tricks.
got any tips,
we've never had a
the
puppy.
potty training. Not too bad, but she's like getting into.
She's
stuff.
going on the mats. Yeah. We've never had a puppy. We've always adopted older dogs. So I'm not used to this puppy thing.
And I haven't had a puppy since I was in my 20s. So, so yeah.
Yeah, and she's hyper. So I'm surprised she's actually laying down right now.
Yeah, that was her singing in the background. Our other dog Duke doesn't usually do anything. He just kind of lays there.
Chill.
But because he got used to our
older
dog who passed. And she was already older when he came around, so he just kind of like meshed in with her vibe. But now there's a puppy in the house. I feel like he's playing more.
Definitely,
got a little bit more energy.
It's so cute.
Because he's only 5. He's not like he's not an old. He's
not
dog.
old at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good to see a little playfulness.
And I was worried if they were going to get along.
Oh, they're loving it.
Yeah, they love each other. It's so cute. And Lindsay thinks she's so adorable.
Oh yeah. Well, because Lindsay was born into the house with the dog, so this is her first experience of getting a new dog. So yeah, she's loving that. Still going strong with Chingo's podcast. So that with the What Did He Said new episode came out. It's Monday, so new episode came out today.
Nice.
Make sure you're checking those out on YouTube if you're not already a listener of those. I'm on there. I probably won't be on the next couple ones, but then we'll
rotate back in.
Rotate out. And like I said, I'll be a recurring co-host on there. And also, this is me putting the call out. If I haven't already talked to you, if you're a comedian or even not a comedian, if you got a podcast anywhere in drivable distance for me, or if we're able to work out a Zoom streaming situation. I'm looking to do every and any podcast that I can right now. In fact, I purposely didn't book myself the second half of February. That's leading up to the release of the special. I'm just trying to get the word out as much as possible.
Absolutely.
On that, we're grassrooting it. Make sure if you haven't checked the trailer out, check that out. And if you have,
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you leave those comments. Those comments help us, and share, share with a couple people. All right. Real quick before we get into your article, let me drop the shows real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because we're coming up on the 30, and we're trying to keep this a short, fun little podcast. So this weekend, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I will be here in Corpus at Mesquite Street Comedy Club Southside. That's with Chingo Bling. So it's me and Chingo and Juan Perez. Will be there February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So that's 5 shows.
Dang.
I'm excited about that because this Bastrop show was my first real headlining show of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Have I headlined in?
I don't
anywhere
know.
else? Beginning of the year? I know I've done some shows, but I guess maybe not. Maybe not. But it felt like my first opportunity to. I did a lot of new material. I did about maybe 50 minutes, between 50 minutes to an hour, and I would say a good half of that was new material. And
I'm so impressed when you do that. Like how you just think of stuff off the top of your head.
I wasn't aware that it was that much. Until I did it this weekend. So what I'm looking forward to is I do 5 shows with Chingo this weekend, and so if I take that material and make it the majority of my set this weekend, all that material should be nice and tight. I mean, 5 shows gives me time to really workshop some stuff, make some cuts, add stuff. So it should be nice and tight for then my headlining show the following weekend. I'm being in Corpus 2 weekends in a row. Valentine's weekend, it's Javi headline.
Woo, hot and heavy.
You know what I'm saying? You got Vegas Javi. You got Javi podcast. And you got headline Javi.
Okay.
All right. Opening Javi and headline Javi, them two different
animals.
2 different animals, man. So you get to see me February 11th and 14th headline my home club, right? Home field advantage. Same stage that Eddie Griffin got to see me on. February 11th, I'm going to do downtown, which I love to do.
Oh, I love that.
Love the downtown. Very intimate.
Yes.
For the lovers. For the hardcore fans, February 11th, it's only like 50, 60 seats available for that.
Nice.
For that club down there. So, like I said, nice and intimate. Come on out. February 14th, though, Valentine's Day, I'm going to be in the big room. That's Mesquite Street downtown. That's
South Side.
South Side, sorry. And I don't know what the actual number is, but it's several hundred seats in there. Hope so you know.
Gotta fill those seats, y'all.
Let's fill those seats up. Make sure you get those tickets. August 8th, I will be back in Austin. If you missed me in Bastrop, you can drive into Austin. I'll be at East Austin Comedy Club. I performed there before on a showcase. I'm gonna be headlining. My homie Josh Castro with his Border Laughs production company is now doing a Thursday night show there once a month featuring Latino comics, which I happen to be one of them.
You are.
So last I checked. Speaking of Latinoing it up, I'm going to do a Cinco de Mayo show, which I usually avoid because it seems to be the only time of year that a lot of clubs want a Mexican.
Oh, God.
All right? So unless I'm with Chingo somewhere, I don't.
You don't do it.
I don't go out of my way to do a Cinco de Mayo show. But Upstage Comedy Club, new black-owned club in San Antonio. I did it last year in May on a short notice because they just needed somebody to fill in for Cinco de Mayo. This year I was like, hey, let's
make it a thing.
Make it a thing. Plan it out. So gonna be doing Gordito de Mayo at Upstage Comedy Club. That's Friday, May 5th. All right. The tickets aren't up for it yet, I don't think, but we'll be announcing that. Podcast listeners, you hear it here first, baby.
You got it first.
All right. That being said, let's get into your article.
Okay, my
here.
article. Okay. So, I just find random shit. So, give me a minute. So, it starts off with the headline says, I'd like a tattoo of my dog, but wouldn't want one of my wife's name. Now she's hurt. So it says a man says he ends up at odds with his wife after saying he'd happily get a tattoo of their dog's face, but wouldn't want one of her name. And he was having like a joking conversation with her, but now she's very upset. So, but you have to keep in mind, this couple do not have any tattoos whatsoever. So it should be like a non-starter.
Oh. So it was a purely hypothetical. You just say a guy that has no tattoos. I'm assuming, does it say how old these people are?
No. But hold on.
How long have they been married? Did it say that?
No.
Okay. I was gonna try to guess age because I feel like. No.
I'm reading while you say that. Go ahead.
This is not.
Yeah, they've been married for 9. No, they've been together for 9 years. They've been married for 4.
Okay, so they might still be a little young. Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Depending on when they got married, they could potentially still be in their 30s.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or younger. I mean, some people get married
young.
And so here's my thought process on that. As far as it was non-starter. One, if the guy has no tattoos and he's never had any inkling of a suggestion that he might someday want a tattoo, and if he's older. Now, this is not a hard and fast rule. Don't come at you. Or do come at me. You know what? We need that. Fuck it. We need the engagement. Come. I gotta stop saying that.
Bro.
I gotta say that. Come at me, bro. Stay mad. 2023.
I thought that at work today. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
But my problem is I'm too fucking logical, right? I know I don't got all the fucking answers, right? That's my problem. Everyone's like goes out and says their opinion as if it's a hard and fast rule, and then people are like, I don't agree with you.
Sure.
Okay. Not saying it's a hard and fast rule, but I feel like tattoos are one of those things. If you don't have one, by the time you're like in your 40s,
Okay.
the chances are you're not going to get one.
Possibly, yes.
Right?
I could see that.
I
Yes.
feel like
the chances go down.
Right, drastically.
Sure.
Drastically.
Yes.
I feel like the percentage
Sure.
of you getting one, if you get through your little midlife crisis or whatever, and you didn't go get one, chances are
You're not gonna.
you're not.
Sure.
Right? Safe to say. So, like I said, so if he's never shown that, and he's an older guy who has yet to get one, that conversation was a purely hypothetical. That's like up there with like the hall pass situation.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like anybody that gets in a fight over like a celebrity hall pass, like, oh, Charlize Theron, or okay, yeah, dude, you're a fucking plumber.
She might need her pipes cleaned.
Hey, I got some pipes she can clean right over here. Sorry, that's Vegas Javi coming out. Vegas Javi plays it fast, baby.
Fast and loose.
Fucking, yeah.
Okay, so they don't have any tattoos.
No tattoos.
No interest in getting any.
No interest in getting any. Surely it was supposed to be a fun conversation.
He thought they were joking.
She said, "If you had to," and I know that she presented it to him. Like that. If you had to choose.
Probably.
Well, I don't. I know you don't. But if you had to. Well, it's my tattoo. So, why would I only have two options? like what tattoo artist am I gonna go to? It's gonna be like, hey, sorry, bro. I know you really wanted the skull and dagger, but I only do dogs and names. That's it. That's all I do.
That's his specialty, babe.
It's his specialty. That's the tattoo's artist's specialty. So, and there's no other artists working that day.
None. That's it.
They are available. They're all booked up.
That's the only choice. That's it.
And you got to work the rest of the week. This is like in what scenario are his only two options for a tattoo his dog's face? Okay. And her name. First of all, that can't be the same tattoo artist because what tattoo artist that can do a portrait of a dog can also only do names?
He's very unique in his skill set.
Like you can't draw nothing else, just dogs and names.
He's new.
But he likes dogs. I just like.
He's always loved dogs his whole life.
I love dogs. I'm a dog man.
Oh God!
I could safely say I would not get neither.
I was gonna ask you.
Was neither an option for this guy?
No. You have to decide.
No tattoo, and I continue to have no tattoo.
So the whole thing is that their dog has it's like majestic wolf-like creature.
Would make a badass tattoo.
Right? And so that's why he was like, I would totally get the dog and not your name. So my question to you is, are you getting Sadie? Or are you getting my name?
Neither, because I don't play these games. And fellas, this close to Valentine's, neither should you. Listen, if she plays these games with you, and especially if she's the type that gets mad with these games, run. Run.
So fast, God,
run.
please.
Don't take nothing with you. Just leave. leave. What? Especially if you know you're gonna get hurt over the possibility that he might answer wrong, whatever wrong is in your mind. Like, she brought this on herself.
She did.
You did not have to play that game, lady. You gave him an option between the dog or you. First off, man's best friend. You know you have a beautiful fucking dog.
Majestic, it was described.
And you gave him a 50-50. There's a 50-50 chance you were going to get your feelings hurt. And you rolled that fucking... You didn't even roll those dice. In dice, you have 6 chances. Vegas Javi. I know those odds.
Oh,
You literally flipped a coin with your feelings.
Lost. She lost so hard.
You had a 50-50 shot at being in a bad mood the rest of the night. And you lost.
Oh, Goddy.
Don't play those games. Unless it's actually a game to you. Unless it's actually just literally just a conversation.
Oh,
You're like,
God.
oh yeah, get the dog. Oh, you would. Yeah, I would.
I would never get anyone's name on me.
I don't even feel the need to get the kids' names on me. Yeah.
I mean, I understand why people do,
I understand
and I get it, but I personally, I wouldn't.
Hey, you know what? No, I think you're stupid if you get names. And if you think I'm wrong, comment below.
And tell him how stupid he is.
That's how you... Hey, man, we just need to engage him right now.
Stay mad 2023.
Stay mad 2023, baby.
Oh, jeez.
All right. We're turning into the old hour podcast. Let me get. I forgot my quote. We're trying to do the quotes now. Let me do my quote.
I like
quick.
the quote. Add the quote.
Okay. All right. This one is from a book that I read called "The Power of Mental Demand and Other Essays" by Herbert Edward Law. This is a book that George Carlin was made to read by his dad. Okay. I read George Carlin's book during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I loved it. In there, he said that probably the only good thing he can recall his father ever doing was making him read this book. It's a pretty old book. I think it was printed back like in the 1910s or something like that. And it's a series of essays and articles written primarily for business people, but it has a lot to say about success and that mindset.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
So this one is from the first essay in there, which is actually called "Power of Mental Demand." So it's the main essay there, and it says, "Failure is not an external condition; it is an internal one. It is a condition of the mind. The common error made by most people who fail is that they mistake desire for purpose. The emotion or impulse for the steadfast, unwavering course of action which alone translates desire into accomplishment." All right. So
I like that.
there you go.
Little
Little nugget for you. Not just laughs. Right. Things that help me out definitely help me out in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Failure is a mindset, man.
Definitely.
If I would have not have gone and get out of my that failure mind that I didn't come out here and do what I wanted to do,
right?
And stayed in that, I wouldn't have turned it around and had that killer set that final night.
Absolutely.
Redemption. Right?
Redemption.
You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all again so much for listening to the relaunch, the reboot. Please continue. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on a whole bunch of other stuff. You can watch us on Spotify and YouTube. You can listen to us on like 7 or 8 other platforms, including iTunes. So if you know anybody that likes podcasts, and you tell them about us, man. Tell them how all the stupid shit I say, and they should go comment.
Tell him to get at him.
I think all my opinions are right, and all yours are wrong. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night. One love.